Man, we've got a full house this time.
There.
Ew.
Glad I could help.
Well, you know what? This is awesome, right? So welcome everyone to another Run Wild with us. You can ask us whatever the heck you want. I'm Lisa Kastner. I'm the founder of Running Wild, and I'm here with some of our phantasmagorical editors. Because in all honesty, I think we all basically do a little bit of everything, right? Like whatever's needed, we jump in and say, "Oh, all right, yeah, sure, I can do that." So
We try.
yeah, we try. We absolutely do. We succeed. We don't try, we succeed. Dang it. So how are you guys doing? I know it's been a while, totally my bad. But so what's shaking?
I don't know. Ben, what's shaking?
I'm juggling having four projects, 4 novels,
Yeah.
and a poetry anthology.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
But
it is a lot.
well, actually, there's 5 novels because I heard from an author today.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and he's got some personal things going on, but we've got a way ahead worked out with no rush. He needs to take care of what he needs to take care of first. But it was just good to hear from him. I felt so ghosted.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, it's been 2 months.
Oh my. Oh yeah.
It was well before Christmas.
Wow.
And we're well after Christmas now, if you haven't noticed. So take your lights down, Rudolfo. Take your lights down.
How do you know? You've been cruising by my house? I do got to take them down. Well,
I'm waiting for
planning to
Easter.
do it this weekend. Yeah.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even, I mean, at this juncture, I'm just like, all right, we just need to get these out into the world.
Yeah.
We have so many projects going on. It is ridiculous. I actually had someone message me in my personal email about how an author that we'd published before, they wrote a follow-up. And I was like, no, you got to send it to our submittable. Like you don't don't look up my personal email.
Yeah.
If you want it to get lost, that's the way to do it. But yeah, I'm what am I I'm just working on whatever it is that needs to get knocked out. So we're doing a whole series of interviews with our phantasmagorical authors, including the Mr. Ben White.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is that live or are we recording it and releasing it?
It's gonna be live and it's gonna be recorded. It's like
I better comb my hair.
You better comb your hair. Better look snazzy.
I'm sure the author will be snazzy enough for all of us.
Oh yeah, that is true. Because so we're going to be doing the live stream for No Fucks Given. So all the questions have already been sent out. So this will be, honestly, you guys don't need me. You two can go off on your own tangents without me.
You may not need any of us.
Well, that's true.
Okay, go.
And I'm working on when we're going to do the book signing at AWP. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm checking in with our table mates. So anyone who's watching, we actually it's official. We're going to be at the American Library Association in June, and we're going to be at AWP in March, and we're going to be at actually our list of events is up to date. I updated it today, actually. I got us our spot for the American Library Association literally today. So let me.
Is that a booth?
just-
You get a booth?
Oh, I can't. We can't. Let's just say we share a booth.
Oh.
I mean, I love how I know. I was gonna say I love how ambitious you are. Like,
Yeah, let's
No,
get a
no.
booth.
You said you had a spot. I was like, you got
Yeah.
a booth?
yeah, no, we usually share. So we're members of IBPA, the International Book Publishers Association, and they basically get the equivalent of, it's usually like 3 booths, and then what they do is you can get like a spot in that booth. So instead of having to pay like $5,000, you pay $200 because it's representing one title, if that
Oh,
makes
wow.
sense.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, because ALA is way expensive. And AWP is way expensive. Although ALA is more expensive than AWP, but yeah. So yeah, we're hitting all the majors. At least as far as I'm aware. Unless you guys we actually had, so Rodolfo and I had a really interesting conversation with a marketing gentleman who so we were granted he's basically the marketing company is going to pay for some social media marketing for us.
Nice.
And so he asked a really great question, which I want to put out there to everybody who's watching and who's watching in the future. Like, what makes you buy a book?
Mm.
Like, what's the impetus for when you go out and purchase books?
I had to think about it. It's like, what? I don't know.
Now, for me, a lot of times it's the title,
Yeah.
and it's the cover. That's usually and then you've got your go-tos, right? Like there are certain authors that no matter what they put out there, it's like you have to get it, right? But how about
I usually look at the title and then like I'll flip it open to the first line. Does the first line grab me? And I'm really weird that way in terms of like if I see a character's name as the first thing that I read, I'm like, don't know them. So I close it and I look for something else. I know that's terrible. That's so terrible. But if it's just unless it's like a really strange name, like Bubble Trousers or something. Mr. Bubble Trousers did something. Be like, oh, I want to see what happens there. Something like that.
I love that book.
If it's just like Bill or Mike or Sally or whatever, I look for something that like draws me in a little bit more. So I'll go to the next one and read the first line and see if it grabs me. But yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. How about you, Ben? What do you do?
My
You're like, I'm
overarching
hungry.
motto is it goes on sale before it goes on me. So that carries over to books. I check out the bargain rack and see, okay,
Yeah.
even if I don't like it, I didn't spend too much. So it's good.
Yeah. No, I do that.
Not that I'm cheap.
No, not at all.
Actually, I was in the store the other day and the lady came up to me and said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "I'd like to see something cheap in men's jeans." And she showed me a mirror.
Oh,
Dang.
Wow, man.
Rough being me. It's rough being me.
You totally
You asked
got
for it,
this.
dude.
You
You asked
did.
for it.
Actually, yeah, you asked for it. Well, Elizabeth Author says, honestly, if it grabs me with the content on the back, the title, and if the cover grabs me, yeah, same. And honestly, nowadays, like so many books have blurbs
Mhm.
that, like, if I open it and it's got like a blurb page, as long as it doesn't read like a blow off, you know what I mean? Like it's as if it was like, well, I had to write this blurb because this is my cousin, kind of, you know what I mean? Like it kind of it has that kind of feel to it. Then it's like, oh well. What makes you like say, um, honestly, I know so many people who are writers that it's highly unusual nowadays for me not to be buying a friend,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. I have a list of people whose books I need to read and buy, but I'm also I'm an independent book publishers judge for
Mhm.
the awards. So I've gotten myself into a few scrapes here with like I've got so many books to read right now. So many, but then there are others I want to buy and I'm like I have to like stop myself. I'm like, "No, I need to read for this judging, which is due."
Um,
So I'm speed reading a lot of really great books.
yeah.
And it's a lot of fun, but also manuscripts. So yeah, I might have serious vision problems by the time March rolls around.
Oh,
Maybe
so
sooner.
you're an IBPA bud judge too? Because
Yes.
yes, Terry, who's in charge
Yes.
of the
Yeah.
awards, he pinged me like the middle of last year and was like, "Hey, would you be a judge for the IBPA awards?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, right." And then he's like, "Well, tell me what you would prefer."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I thought, I told him whatever you need the most, where you need the most need. So I'm one of the judges for the best new voices,
Ooh, cool.
and 50,
You have
50,
50?
uh-huh,
Oh, I'm freaking out over my 15.
50.
You have 50? Oh
Hmm.
my goodness. Oh, wow.
And to your point, there are a lot of really,
Oh,
really good.
excellent. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep. But honestly, because there's some that are, there's so many that are like absolutely perfect, meaning
Mhm.
like there's no grammar, there's nothing, that's wrong. That actually makes it easier to only have to read like 20 or 30 pages of certain books, because as soon as you hit something that's not correct, since I already know I've got more than like
Right.
at least five that are perfect,
Yeah.
that it's like, well, okay, well, I don't have to keep reading this one.
Yeah, yeah. No, I have quite a few where I haven't really noticed anything glaring. Like maybe I might run into one or two things, but it doesn't bother me.
Mm,
It's not glaring. So I'm not really I know that that's one of the things that you're supposed to look at, but um unless it really, really, really gets in the way, I'm not
yeah.
worried about that so much. I'm just I my category is humor and I'm getting all kinds of books that I would have never considered part of the category, but I'm loving them and I'm seeing, how this category can be opened to fit more things. Like I'm expecting novels that would be absolutely ridiculous, but they're also just really good novels that have some humor in them. Memoirs too,
Ah,
that are very funny. Anime, like I have manga, which
oh,
I hadn't
cool.
thought of before, which is really cool. So there's all kinds of stuff that I'm like, oh, I really need to think about what I consider humor.
Hmm.
It's not just your essays and the things that you would typically think of. So I was like, this is really cool. I'm so glad I did it. I hope I survive.
I know, right? I have a bunch that are, I wouldn't have considered it best new voices
Mhm.
because they've been published before, but this is
Okay.
their first novel,
Ah,
right? So I'm like, okay, I get that, But yeah, there are a few that I'm like, I've read this guy before. Because I've like read their short stories or read their novellas or what have you. So it's actually really fascinating to see what got submitted and accepted. And there are a lot of really good, because this is a combination of both authors, meaning like person self-published, and small presses. So so it's interesting to see who submitted what to the actual awards. And some of these books, my God, they've been writing them for like 10-15 years.
Yeah.
I mean, easily. And Ben, I know that a few of these, let's just say we've seen them before.
I was wondering if there were some there's one that I was reading and I was like, oh, I think I may have seen this one before.
Mhm.
And but yeah.
Yeah, it's just fascinating. So I'm very excited that this number of high quality books. Seriously. Like, it's just like, wow, okay, cool. And it's also kind of fun to be able to give people like feedback or more so techniques of how they can go back and maybe write a version 2. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's a good idea, because I was thinking all of the things that I've read, I'm not sure that there's anything that I would tell them to improve on, because it's already been published and it's already successful.
Oh
But
no.
to say like what you would do in a sequel or what you would do next, that's a great idea. That's a great angle.
Like,
Yeah.
that they should go back and look at, like, hey, you could expand on this section, or you could expand on that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hadn't thought of that. Because I'm
honestly, almost all the full-time authors that I know, most of them, they typically, how they get like new gigs or come up with like new series, is they'll go back to a book that they really enjoyed, and they'll pull one of the characters and then write a treatment around that character, right? And then expand on it from there. I mean, that's like a huge industry.
Yeah.
So I'm, I think, hey, if I can help them figure out what character would be
I'd
best
like to see again. Yeah.
equal, right? Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that I'm right there with you. That's gonna be my weekend is just gonna be more finishing up the novella anthologies, which I'm almost done. I only have like 2 more novellas left that need to be I gave all the feedback, and now I'm just waiting for the authors to come back with any kind of revisions or updates or what have you. So this weekend I'll be following up on all those, and then also following up on the you should see the stacks of books that I have right now. And I love Terry too, because he was like, Lisa, are you sure you want to do this? I was like, yeah, sure. No problem. They sent it in 2 batches.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, this is wow. Like, wow. Okay. All right.
Well, the first batch arrived and my husband's like, oh, look at all these books. He's like, did you buy more books? I'm like, no, these are free. And then the next one came and he's like, Cecilia, I was like, free. They're free. I didn't pay for any of them. He's like, okay.
I just love the humor.
Yeah, I did. I said, either horror or humor. So I got humor, which is great. I mean, I love it. That's my other thing that I enjoy doing. I have a blog that's a humor blog. It's called Fix and Leaks and Leaks. And that's where I just get to be just really silly. I mean, just really just, yeah, make no sense. I attempt projects. I do the recipes actually most of the time come out. The craft projects have to take 5 minutes or less because that is my that's my attention span as well as my talent. I can't do a craft. There's no sewing. It has to be held together with like staples and duct tape, whatever it is. That's the craft. That's
my
it.
God, that's awesome.
Yeah. I won't do it otherwise.
Well, I leave on February 8th for the Superstars of Writing conference. So I'm going to be one of the speakers there. I have to go back and look up what I volunteered to teach. But that's actually, it's a really, really, really great conference. They have a lot of authors who either will go on to self-publish, or a lot of the classes are more so kind of help people refine what it is that they want to write or who they want to write for, by, like identifying who they want to write for. And then if it doesn't get accepted, then they still know who the target audience is, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you've already got that figured out, like who you prefer working for, it makes it a heck of a lot easier. So, but yeah, I leave on the 8th for that. So I think I'm there through, so we'll have our next storytellers happy hour, and then the one that would normally be on the 12th, that one I'm going to end up canceling because I'm going to be taking pitches. Okay. So, which, by the way, if you are an author or an aspiring author and you're interested in this, unknown caller. It is actually a great way for you to get in front of agents, editors, and publishers. I'm putting a link to their website in the chat, because what they do is they have pitch sessions that are basically 10 minutes each. So it's your chance that honestly you can use that time, that 10 minutes. In my opinion, you can use it just to figure out, like, is the pitch working? You can use it to actually pitch, right, to the actual proposal. One thing I highly, highly, highly recommend is research whoever it is that you're going to be pitching to before you talk to them. Because I have had in the past, at different, writers conferences where individuals would pitch to me and it was obvious they had no idea what kind of stories we publish. And it was obvious because what was being pitched to me was not anything that we would have published. So just, don't waste your time, basically, is all I'm saying. Make sure that you're best using your own time as well as the time of whoever it is that you, because you're paying for it, right? You're paying for these pitches. So, yeah, make it be the best that it can be, and most appropriate to the most appropriate people, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, so anyway, yeah, so Rodolfo and I we're sitting there, they were like, I'm all like, honestly, at this point, when I buy books, it really is 99% of the time, it's the cover is cool and the title is cool. Mm-hmm. And if the title isn't cool for me, like, I won't even bother picking it up, And I've seen titles lately that it's like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't. I'm not sure what they were trying to do, but I don't think they accomplished it. based on the fact that I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah. Anyway, so what else are you guys working on? I think all of us have really full plates, is what. Sorry. I know. Poor Rodolfo was like, he's like, I don't have time for this mess.
It gets a little hectic sometimes. Actually, a lot of it just kind of interferes with my writing time.
How dare we?
I know. But, it's like I got to eat. I got to do other things.
You eat?
You got to eat,
Can't live by beer alone.
No, unfortunately.
Although you could. It makes for interesting writing.
Keep you going for a little bit, but let's see. That's kind of the hardest thing sometimes, I think, is just finding time to write. Because it just takes, by the time you get into it and get a rhythm going, especially like me, I just want to write a lot. And
how dare you?
I know, I write 300 pages, but then I have to cut 80 of them or something, so it's I'm doing all this I feel like I write a lot. However, not all of it is very works for what I'm trying to get at.
Okay,
so I just take this time, and I'm not the best at time. I trying to manage time. I go insane.
You go insane?
I do. It drives me nuts. I get sick, physically. I become ill after a while. I get a headache, and I have to go outside and take my dog for a walk or go for a run or something. But it's a bummer. How do you write so much? How do people write these huge novels? How do you, it's just, I think I'm slow or something. Or I'm just, I don't know. It's hard.
Well, I'm Ben about a whole system.
Well, Ben is Ben's crazy. I don't know. He's
That's what 3 o'clock in the morning's for.
I've known Ben for years and still can't understand how his mind works. It's just like a machine, still trap.
Okay.
Dude, Ben, I can't get up at that early, man. I can't. I need some sleep. I stay up kind of late, but then I got to get up. I'm old. I'm older. Well, we won't go into age, but yeah, when you get to the place and you need your sleep,
Okay.
Can't, it's just the way it is. So I plan to just keep on writing a lot and trying to survive and edit a little bit here, edit a little bit there, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm trying the writing. I want it to be at the forefront. I want everything else can be kind of secondary after a while. The writing it's gonna be like The Red Shoes. See that movie, The Red Shoes? It's all about obsession with your art.
Okay.
Although the protagonist dies in the end, but it's
What? You're supposed to warn us.
the protagonist is driven to her passion for dancing and love kind of drives her off the edge into a passing train. It's very tragic.
Okay.
It's written in the 40s, Depression era. They're all depressed.
Do you know I just got an ad for shoes? You were talking about it.
It's called synchronicity.
Well, they're listening.
I was reading some Carl Jung over the holiday.
There you go.
The
So, hey,
shoes, are they
Peter.
red shoes? Red shoes.
No, just shoes.
Oh.
Could be red.
So, Peter, how do you decide on what you're going to buy when you're going to buy a book?
I flip through the pages. I read the first page or two to see what the momentum is, to see what the if the images are there, if the story's there, and then I flip through a couple chapters down and see if they carry that momentum forward. And then I go by feel. It's like if I feel it's something I'm interested in, I pick it up. I throw it in the book cart.
Hmm. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you find time to write? Because you still owe us a novel. I'm just saying.
Things are finally settling down. It's been 4 months and a day since we moved into this new house.
Wow.
Things are finally settling down. I'm finally figuring things out, and certain things are coming into the forefront that I missed completely 4 months ago. So I understand why.
Mhm.
But I'm writing again, and I'm liking what I'm writing. I'm liking what I'm reading. So yes, I owe us a book, and that is the greatest onus I could ever hope for. In my life, to have to owe someone a book. So yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
just
owe
got
us.
I do. But Trompe Press is beginning with a strong movement forward. We've got the cover and back copy of the first book I'm going to publish, so I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
Woohoo!
With Double E and the author, and just really, really cool.
Excellent. Excellent.
Sorry it took
Excellent.
me so long to join the party. I have trouble with links on Thursday nights for whatever reason. I blame Ben, actually. I think he sends me the wrong links just to mess with me.
Yeah, maybe.
You always figure it out, though. I know. I got to try harder.
Well, Cecilia was sharing she had to go through Facebook to get to the link. So I don't know why
It makes me
StreamYard.
log in with my Facebook account. So for all I know, my friends and family are watching me do this, which is fine. Right?
You guys have similar challenges trying to? I mean, I know Peter, you always do. I still don't know how to make it not.
I accepted an invite 12 years ago, and I don't know why the link doesn't still work.
Well, I sent out a brand new link like
I know.
at 4:30, and I don't know why it.
I just have to delete the meeting and just re-accept it and see what happens. Because I always end up in a room all by myself with no lights on.
Oh,
And
aw,
nothing happening.
I'm sorry.
Like, you're the only one here.
I have no idea why. It's so weird. It's so
Anyway.
weird.
It's like
What's
the
everybody else been
song.
up to?
All by myself.
All right. So, what have you guys been working on? Or actually, have you had any questions from people that you thought were like pretty cool, like shareable kind of thing?
The people or the questions?
Yes. The questions. I mean, the people can be cool too. Don't you think? Or no? No?
I prefer the people are cool to the question.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can be
Okay.
really cool and ask a dumb question. And I'm
Yeah.
cool with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had that question about a week and a half ago about serialization of a memoir that we're about to publish, and the author was looking for places to have it serialized. And, and Lisa said, "Ask Ben." I didn't have a clue, but that's what Google's for. You Google it, and actually, Submittable had a place that might have been interested. I got to circle back and see how it went, but it was basically under the heading of marketing, and again, there's no bad ideas when it comes to getting your work out there. Anything at any time could work, and anything at any time could be the worst idea ever. So serialization wasn't a bad idea at all.
Actually, and that's not that's actually a great idea. There are some authors who they started off more so like each week writing a chapter, basically, right? And then what they do is when they get to a certain point, they'll then publish those chapters into a collection. That's a serialization that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Because this was kind of backwards too. He's got it written, so now he's just marketing it out a section at a time.
And he could, I mean, what I've seen too is, well, I don't know how frequent this is anymore, but it used to be that you would publish a novel and then you submit the chapters as if they're in standalones.
Yeah.
And especially for like a memoir, yeah, you know, you can do that. Mm-hmm. And it's done as more of like a teaser, so that to get people engaged. But the thing is that a lot of times you have to rewrite it a little bit so that it's not so that whoever it is that's reading it gets some kind of fulfillment from that chapter instead of it just simply being a chapter. You see what I mean? So that people read it and go, I have no idea why I just read that.
So like, so standalone, you mean? Give it some arc, make it, give it a cliffhanger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the Pickwick Papers by Dickens. They were chapters submitted, you know, they were standalone, but they also had a through line arc throughout the whole collection. So they kept the readers engaged throughout every episode, as it were, you know, and they just kind of went on and, you know, became its own entity.
Yeah, and if you have, if your concept is something that it has a theme to it, like typically when you're doing something like that, it has some kind of theme. It has some kind of there's some type of a narrative thread throughout it. It's usually, I mean, I've seen authors do it as well with like short stories. They'll publish their short stories on their website, and then they'll put it out there as a collection. So, you know, there are a few different ways you can do it. Oftentimes, though, well, not oftentimes. Typically, it'll be most successful if you already have a target market that you've identified to, you know, reach out to the world instead of it just simply being, you know, here, publish this one chapter to whoever, you know. It's that kind of marketing is more effective if you already know who your audience is going to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So.
I know my audience is not children. That's definitely
hence the beer.
No, you know. I'm just saying. No.
Well,
yeah.
And we've got next week, I'm going to be sitting down with Ben and one of our memoir authors to talk about his memoir, right, called No Fucks Given. And I honestly think this is a really important memoir for people to read if you want to understand our military and how deployments are. Well, I'm being very polite right now because he's going to get into it. But I think anyone, anybody who lives in the United States, this is definitely a memoir that you would want to check out so you can have that deeper understanding. So I don't know, Ben, do you want to give more of a teaser? regarding it?
It's I would call it a raw fictional memoir.
Okay.
Because it's a mix of fiction and a lot of reality, and it's not filtered through. There I was in the Humvee and the bomb went off. It's not that kind of story that there's so many of out there anyway, and it's not filtered through the SEAL Team 6 filter or the journalistic filter or the American Sniper filter. It is raw from the junior enlisted point of view, and that makes it real, and that makes it good. How was that?
No, it worked for me. So that behind the stories is going to happen on Wednesday the 28th at 5:00 Pacific time. So I definitely encourage anyone watching to check it out. And by the way, I'll be doing these behind the scenes interviews with the authors actually through all of 2026. So definitely check your calendars, because they should be showing up across LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and
our website.
Our website, our website. And I actually have a channel that I'm updating on YouTube that is dedicated to these behind the stories. So if you missed one and you're curious, I'd say definitely go and check it out. A lot of really good interviews are going down. So let me see. Actually, they're called they're called behind the scenes or the inspiration behind the stories. So just go to our YouTube channel, which I am sharing the link to it in our chat, so that and you'll actually see the backlog of all of the videos, the live streams that we've actually published in the last, forever. Since we first started doing these live streams. So, and I really think they're worth it, because it's at least for me, I'm always curious as to like why was this important to this author, right? Like why was this something that they felt like they had to do? And it's always fascinating to hear those stories. So that's really what these are. This series is dedicated to. So, I was gonna ask a question, and now I can't remember what the question was. How about you guys? Do you have any questions for either our audience or for each other?
So like No Fucks Given. I take it is that a YA novel?
Yes, clearly.
Only at the beginning. By the first chapter, there's no YA left.
It's like, hey, Mom, I think I want this novel with this crazy dude on the cover. Yeah.
It's an acronym, Mom. It's an acronym.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
All right, now I'm looking it up now, so that folks, you can go and check it out. Yeah, we saw it. Somehow it ended up on sale on
eBay in UK.
eBay, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was weird as all get out. And the guy argued with me. I was like, can you do me a favor and just at least don't, if you're gonna have it, just don't have it for sale until it's actually available.
Yeah.
And he argued with me. He was like, it is available. I'm like, I'm the publisher, fucker. I know it's not.
Sounds like you're giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, could you at least respect the author? Like, that would be great, you know? But he was charging what, like $90, something like that. Yeah. And the author reached out to me. He was like, are we selling it for this? I'm like, no. No, we are not. I have no idea where this came from, but yeah. I'm trying to think if I've had any like questions recently that people have come forward for with. Mostly.
I had a question.
Sorry, go ahead.
I had a question. I mean, of the books that you've edited, I mean, how amazed are you at the difference between the first draft that we accepted and the final draft that you read through just before you submit it to the publisher, just before you submit it to Lisa? I mean, the difference between version 1 versus version final. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I find myself continually, blown away is an applicable term here. With the difference between the writing, how tight it is, how driven and how hooked I am as a reader with the final draft. I mean, do you feel that way with the books that you've edited? Okay.
Me, yes. I am.
It's nice if the change is noticeable. It's pretty cool, right? It's like, oh yeah, that does work better. Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm not wrong. Okay, good.
No, yeah. For sure.
There have been a few who have had to make some major changes, like from start to finish, where I'm like, wow, this is amazing. There are a few where you just needed a few light touches. The bones of the story were there. And even so, once it's cleaned up, you're like, oh, it flows nicely. I can see exactly where everything is. But there have been some, like even that I'm working on recently, where we've just I liked the bones of it, but I was seeing them. And so we were smoothing it out a little bit more so that you don't see part 1, part 2, part 3. It kind of flows a little bit more. And I'm seeing that and I'm like, yeah, this is getting really good. And I feel like we care more about the character as well. Sometimes with humor, you can have these characters that are kind of just the butt of every joke, but at the end of the day, we do need to care about them. So it's a fine line between, making them funny, but also making them human and not just, these two-dimensional things that you just make fun of or whatever it is. And so I'm finding more of those connections sometimes with drafts, depending on, what genre it is, if it's humor or if it's horror or whatever it is, trying to get the story to flow a little bit more naturally and to see a transformation that takes place as well. So yeah, cool. I think that you do see a difference and it is fun to see those changes take place. Again, there are some that were in just really good condition and you're just, smoothing out some sentences and that kind of thing. But there are some that are just complete overhauls and renovations where you're just like, wow, I did not know that story lived here and that you've pulled out. So that's really fun too.
Ben, what about you?
Yeah, and I kind of agree with Cecilia. It really depends on the work, and then it depends on which scenes need to be more perfected and tightened up. And I'll come across more of those that need to be tightened up along the way than to say the whole book from day one till the end was transformed. And that said, though, sometimes it comes across like with the Children of the Atomic Reservation, where I gave my edits and suggestions back to the author, who may be one of the 5 of us here today or not. Rodolfo took it and started to polish and made it what he wanted. And so it was satisfying to know that the story's there, and we've polished the story, and the characters were, I found more in connection with the place and the characters. So it was fine, but to say, well, how about this? How about this? How about this? And for him to take it and say, no, it's how about all of this? And to do that extra work was rewarding. And so I think sometimes it depends on the author and the book itself, and the type of book, the genre. The memoirs, it's tough to change a memoir because they're writing about what happened, and how it happened is what you focus on. And so you lose the reader in this section. Make it better, make it more better.
One of the first books that I worked on, it was it's kind of a mystery type thing, and I had read the first 20 pages, loved it, accepted it, and then on page 21, the person who committed the crime is revealed, and there are like 300 more pages or 200 more pages, and I'm like, oh, we need to do something about this. So we worked on studying true crime. I watched a lot of Netflix documentaries, and we had a lot of fun just putting in those curves and twists, and like you kind of know who it might be, but there are several different possibilities, and you just keep going in that vein where one of the possibilities is right, and you find out at the end. And so that was so much fun to help construct and to kind of help put together and delay that whodunit till the end. So that was one of the first things that I worked on, and it was so much fun to work with that author, and she was so open to a lot of possibilities, which was great.
Wow, that's fabulous.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, I should have read just one more page, one more. And found out right away that that's what happened. But we fixed it, and we ended up with a story that was just like so totally cool. I still love it to this day.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
I know, like when we were working on the manuscript, me and Ben, I cut a lot. Like I was like, oh no. Like I was even getting like lost in it. I was like, no, gotta go. I think I must have cut like what, Ben, 70 pages or something.
70, yeah.
Like I cut a lot out of that thing. And
usually it was in the chapters where it was the point had been made, and you saw that the point's been made. I don't need to drive it home.
Babylon. Yeah, babbling.
Yeah,
I just need to
cut
it out. And that was like at the beginning, right? Like that was that first chapter, but that was awesome. That was a cool experience. Thanks, Ben. That was cool. Gonna have to go to Frontier soon so we could talk about that a little more. Yeah. It was cool.
I was gonna so what was the is there a book that along the lines of like what Peter was saying, where that really stood out to you from start to like what actually went to market, like that you felt like you really did a major transformation with the author?
Well, let me
major transformation, but it wasn't with the author. It was for the author.
Got it.
Yeah. But I think there's those moments where you kill the darlings, and those are rewarding to get your point across, and that scene doesn't add any value. Why is it here? Why are you making the reader go someplace where they don't need to go? And for any reason, because there's many different reasons why you would take an author somewhere or a reader somewhere, but there were a few scenes in a book that they weren't that. And so the polish there and we talked about earlier tonight about sometimes the characters are in the wrong book. They need their own book, and that's rewarding to find those characters and say, give them if not their own book, then someplace in the series of books, give them something else, because they are interesting characters. And no, Lisa, you can't kill them off.
Why not?
No.
Fine.
I had one who wouldn't kill his darlings at all. Like, he did not want to kill them, and he wanted to lead with them. And so I eventually got him to move them. If we can't kill them, can we move them around? Can we separate them?
Wow.
Can we separate them and move them? And we did. But this just meant so much to him and to this character that he was creating. And I kept saying, this is so boring. This is so boring. Please stop. Please don't do this. And obviously don't lead with it. He really wanted to lead with it. But I did get him to pick a section that was a little bit more interesting and move it to the top. And then we scattered the darlings around. If I had had my choice, we would have cut all of it, but we got to move them at least. So sometimes that's the choice that you make. Can we at least move them?
Why did he feel like they were important out of curiosity?
They were part of this character's, I guess, essence. It was kind of an abstract, interesting, doesn't fit in the box type of book. So it was more philosophical. So it did need to be there from his point of view, and I'm okay with that. But we do need to break it up for the reader because it's a lot to digest. And if we can at least move them around, you have a better chance of getting your reader to stay with it. So that's what we ended up doing. And it was good. I mean, it was a good result. So yeah. Sometimes it's a negotiation as well.
It's almost selfish to want to keep all that in there, right? It's like you're not really thinking of the reader. You're thinking of yourself.
I would make edits of, like, I kind of did this thing where I would kind of like would make we move the darlings, and then I'd start to like make suggestions of cutting a little bit, and I'd get away with some. So then I just keep coming back to it. And eventually, I mean, just kind of, what about this? Kind of like what the eye doctor does, left or right, and you don't know anymore. You're like, whatever. It's like, okay, I can see. It's all right. It's good.
When the authors, every once in a while, I'll have an author who, in the novella anthologies especially, will have authors that there's the only reason that this is a novella is because they did not want to cut their darlings. And so much of it is a conversation around like, okay, but why is this important? Right? Not important to you. Why is it important to the reader? Like, why does the reader care? And if they can't answer that question, if it turns into one of those, like, because I said so, that's when it's there. To Cecilia, I think to your point, a lot of times it ends up being a negotiation. Like, okay, look, I'm telling you that I'm asking these questions because I'm getting lost because I'm bored, right? Or you're going into, we had a couple of authors that they will, like, descriptions will be in buckets, right? So it's like, Joe, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, gray, blah, 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 right? Just like this segment that's about that character and describes the character. That is such a sign of immature writing. And so a lot of times with the things like that, I basically will just go back to the author and ask, like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you make this an integral part of the actual story itself so that you're leading the reader into it and the reader becomes a part of it? And sometimes I have to go back and show them examples of other authors who've done similar work, you know. But it's interesting when you get argued.
Right. If you can't cut, can we chop them up? Can we like
Right.
hack them a little bit? You know?
Exactly.
Leave them in pieces. Yeah.
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 Exactly. So
let's maim your darlings. Don't
Right,
kill them, just maim
exactly.
them.
just name them. Yeah, make them a little more darling. Wow. And with that,
On that note,
everybody
I
out
wanna-
there, listen to that. That's good advice.
Everyone watching,
man,
thank you so Elizabeth, thank you for your notation. Rod, as always, thank you so much for joining us. And anyone who's watching, thank you. And as always, thank you, Peter, thank you, Rodolfo, thank you, Cecilia, thank you, Ben, and we will see you guys next week. Cool. Ciao.